Hi everybody, and welcome to an exciting episode of Noodle Journey. I am beyond stoked to review Samyang Buldak Rosé. If you saw my unboxing video from stylekorean.com, that's where I bought this. It seems to go in and out of stock, but I'll have the product page linked in the description for as long as it exists. This was $2 before shipping, which, isn't terrible considering this is nearly impossible to find in the USA. I went on a quest to find this to purchase online because not only did I want to try it for myself, but I wanted to find a way for others to get access to it as well. So unless you've got a local Asian market that specifically imports this, check the stock on stylekorean.com and order some if you really want to eat Buldak Rosé. Or do some Googling and see if any other Korean sites ship to the US and you might find it. Now, someday it's entirely possible that this will end up in English packaging and be exported to the US and other markets. So if you want to wait, maybe Samyang will do that. It's a gamble. Now, as I get into what this is, I just want to address the pronunciation of the product. I have seen some folks doubling down on calling this rose flavor, like the flower, which no, this does not contain rose water as an ingredient. The package clearly says rosé, you see with the accent mark over the E. And so I'm going to pronounce it rosé because that is how it is written, and because this looks like it might be a spicy Korean take on a rosé sauce, which is generally a pink sauce made with tomato, cream, and occasionally vodka. One of my favorite pasta sauces, actually. The original press release on this flavor from 2021 also says it has some notes of bacon and ham flavor in the sauce, which all sounds great to me. If I'm wrong about this being called rosé, then I guess that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Rosé. This has been regarded by internet noodle aficionados as one of the best of the Buldak flavors, which really makes me wonder why it's not sold here in the US. I could speculate all day, but let's get to the contents. And I have to rely on Google Lens for this package examination, so fair warning that if I get any of this wrong, blame Google. The sodium content is 1,230 milligrams, and let's open up and talk ingredients. So this is a standard block of the round, not flat style Buldak noodles, and we've got a sauce packet and a powder packet. Now between these two is the spicy Buldak chili pepper flavor we know and love, along with cheese, cream, curry spices, your usual assortment of other spices like garlic and onion, and some parsley like we saw in the carbonara flavor. This also appears to have both chicken and beef extract in it, if Lens is to be believed, which means it is not vegetarian friendly like most of the Buldaks sold on American shelves. Maybe that's why it's not usually sold in the USA? Who could know? Let's get this cooked. And here we go. Super thick, creamy sauce. And the smoky bacon scent is very, very apparent. It's not subtle. They weren't kidding. This is definitely a very bacony smell. So, let's dig right in. Oof. When I haven't had Buldak in a while, I always forget how spicy that first bite is. Oh my. Well, talking about the noodles first, these are your usual Buldak noodles that you see in most of the other packs. They're great. Nice chew. Really good with this sauce. I'm personally a bigger fan of the flat style Buldak noodles, but these are always a treat. 8 out of 10 for the noodles. Yeah, the spice level is appropriate for a Buldak package. It's going to burn you, make no mistake. It's not quite as spicy as the regular black package Buldak, or even the carbonara for that matter. That is not to say it's mellow, it's just not as regrettable as you might expect. I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10 for spice. Don't let the creaminess in here fool you, this is still very hot. And now let's talk about this flavor, because wow, this is good. If you like the carbonara Buldak flavor already, which I do, this is kind of the next logical step. So take everything you love about the carbonara package and add the flavors of bacon and roasted garlic to the mix, along with a little sweetness, and you have this. It's spectacular. There is that smoky bacon taste that I smelled, The garlic is a little bit more pronounced than in the other Buldak varieties. There's a good mild cheesiness, and the Buldak curry spices you find in the other varieties are here as well, giving it a little earthiness and flavor. If you were at all concerned that curry, bacon, and cheese don't work well together, they do, at least here. I didn't notice any actual tomato extract in the ingredients, so I'm not sure if there is tomato in here like a proper rosé would have, but it does have a tomato-esque quality to it in that it has a little bit of acid and sweetness, if that makes sense. And as you can probably see from the sauce down here, the consistency is exactly what you want with a name like Rosé. It's nice and creamy. This is really good. My current favorite flavors are carbonara and quattro cheese, but this might be the clear front runner of the product line here. I say this a lot, but I've never had an instant noodle product that tasted quite like this. It is unique, flavorful, it's a quality sauce. The only downsides are the inaccessible spice level for some people, and the lack of a proper flake packet. And also, I very slightly prefer the flatter noodles to these. But really, if you can handle the spice, you are in for a 9.5 out of 10 pack of noodles. These are amazingly good. If you're on the fence about importing this, I can assure you that if you don't mind the shipping costs, this is absolutely worth it. If you're a carbonara fan, you'll love this. I wish this was easier to get, but at the same time, I'm glad there's at least one way to buy this in the US right now. If you love spicy noodles and ever see this in an Asian market, get it. The hype is real. This is probably the best of the Buldak flavors so far, in my opinion. So I'll be continuing on with another Buldak flavor next time, as promised, because I want to be able to definitively review all of them as quickly as possible. They do get me hits, so we want to keep this channel going, right? So I hope all you spicy noodle lovers will check out this whole series, plus my earlier Buldak reviews. And for those of you who don't love spice, I will be back to a normal review rotation right after that. So please like and subscribe so I can keep bringing you all these reviews, and I hope I'll see you on the next episode of Noodle Journey.